So Blackpink. Oh yeah. There we go. Been a whole year now.
One whole year.
Been a whole year without any
Comeback.
MV.
Any
comeback, any music. A whole year.
365 days.
Today. That seems impossible.
It's just sad.
It's shocking.
It's honestly, YG, you need to do better. You really need to do better than this.
Because it just feels like you're not trying.
No.
Because you're not trying. I think that's fair to say, right? We can say that.
I think that's really, when you look at, like, Blackpink are considered
top tier
girl group with Red Velvet, Twice, maybe IZone, I guess.
No, it's Red Velvet, Twice, and Blackpink. They're the big three girl groups, just like BTS and EXO are the big two boy groups.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
So.
But Twice have a comeback.
Every 9 weeks.
Literally, I blink and they're like having a comeback. I'm like, whoa, what? Take some time out.
Yeah, this whole pandemic is probably going to be the longest break they're going to get.
Yeah.
Because they literally have a comeback every 9, 10, 12 weeks.
Literally, and Red Velvet, they have numerous comebacks.
A lot of comebacks.
A year,
they have a lot of comebacks.
Producing many a bop.
Many a bop, especially Psycho. Big bop.
Oh, such a good bop.
Big bop.
But with Blackpink, it's like they're teasing you with content, and I think.
They don't follow through.
That's the thing. I remember in 2017, they were like, gonna have a comeback. They put out a single. 2018, gonna have a comeback. Yeah, they had a small comeback. 2019, gonna have a comeback. 2020, February 2020, gonna have a comeback.
There
was no comeback.
What happened?
There was no comeback.
YG, what happened?
But the thing is, if you hype and then don't follow through, the hype will eventually sort of dwindle.
And it hasn't happened yet.
I'm not saying Blinks have had that.
No.
But if you keep going, Blink's gonna be like, look, I'm here for the girls, but YG, what are you doing?
Stop it.
Right?
Like, we went through and counted up all their MVs because there's not a lot of them. I'm sure if this was Twice or BTS or GOT7, we'd struggle to count off the top of our heads all their MVs because there's probably a couple of dozen.
Yeah, there are so many.
With these guys, there's, I think, less than a dozen in 4 years.
4 years!
4 years they've been about. It doesn't seem like that. It feels like it's been no time at all.
It feels like
because they just don't make any content.
Oh, it's just...
They don't make any MVs. They don't make any music.
They don't release albums. They still haven't had a full album.
Ever.
They've had mini albums, singles, EPs. No full album. It's been 4 years! Actually, the thought of it is actually making me, like, angry.
I appreciate they are putting in the least amount of work. And it's not them specifically, the company. They're putting in the least amount of work, but getting the most reward for it.
Yeah.
And that works, but eventually, unless there comes to be some payoff of it, this is not going to be sustained.
Yeah.
All right? So in 2016, Blackpink had 4 MVs. Great start. Like, everyone was blown away.
Yeah.
Kumbaya, Playing with Fire, Whistle, and... Stay.
They were really interesting.
Good songs.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Great MVs.
And everyone was like, wow, this new girl group, like rookie monster girl group.
Rookie.
Like, they were shit hot.
Yeah.
Like, they were so
Piping
cool.
shit. They were steaming.
But then they were the only 4 songs of the year. And they all had MVs. And people
that was fine.
Ooh.
In some way, it was different approach. Being like, okay, we don't have an album. We don't have a mini album. We have 4 songs and all 4 songs have an MV.
It was interesting.
It was a different concept, a different style and a production style they went with for that and release schedule. And I think it worked for that year.
It did.
It was very unique. And if they'd kept up with that specific type of schedule, I think Blackpink would be even bigger than they are right now.
And they're huge right now.
And they're huge. And I think they would be more respected, not just within the K-pop community, but within the music community right now.
Yeah.
I think they would be.
I think...
But what they've done by, in 2017, only releasing 1 song, which was...
As If It's Your Last.
And in 2018, which was Do 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 Do.
But they had a mini album with Do 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 Do.
Yeah, they had a couple of songs.
But Do 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 was their only MV. And it was interesting. The one thing I will say about YG is they don't ever cheapen out on the MVs. They go all out.
Production's always there.
Really high. And maybe that's why they're like, oh, we're only going to produce 1 MV and it's going to be really, really expensive. It's going to look really good.
But then when Red Velvet make a banging MV and BTS make a banging MV every 2 months, it doesn't really play out.
Exactly.
If everyone else was making subpar content and then you came out with like a short film super high quality, then that's one thing. But everyone's producing really good stuff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really justify you being like, we're going to make one. But in 2018, they also had Solo with Jenny, which was a solo. So we'll count that.
Yeah, we'll count that.
And then 2019, what was the song in 2019?
We had Kill This Love.
Kill This Love,
with another 3 tracks.
Yeah, but that was probably my least favourite MV and song of theirs overall anyway. So out of all that time, they've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 MVs. That's it. In 4 years. And 4 of them came in the first year.
Like...
So that means there's 4 MVs over 3 years.
That's actually...
It's incredible that YG have been able to keep up the steam.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mad.
Well,
social media has just blown these guys up.
That's exactly it.
That's it.
And they have done collaborations. They did one with Dua Lipa in 2018, which did really
I don't
well.
count that though, because it wasn't their track.
It wasn't their track, but they were featured on radio, and they were like, oh, this is Dua Lipa featuring Blackpink, or maybe it was vice versa. I think it was Dua Lipa featuring Blackpink.
Yeah, it wasn't their track. I don't think so. Maybe it was their track. I don't know.
I don't think it was, as far as I remember. And then,
very forgettable song. Because it just didn't... I don't know. I can't remember the song in my head.
I can remember the song in my head.
I can't. How'd it go?
I just wanna kiss and make up one more time. Touch me like you touch nobody.
I honestly cannot remember that song.
Yeah, it was on the radio for a good amount of time.
I can't remember
it was. But then in 2019, they also did Coachella.
Yeah.
Which was really big for them. People were really, really on it. They killed it. They had such a big stage.
Yeah.
And people were really looking forward to it. And the thing is, a lot of people have been like, oh yeah, I'm going to be working with Blackpink. Yeah, I'm working with Blackpink. Yeah. Huge. I think recently one of the main writers for One Republic was like, I can confirm I'm working with Blackpink. And people were like, interesting.
Wow.
But as much as many people have been like, I'm working with them, there are no songs.
No songs. Unless they're stockpiling songs and they're just going to release 15 songs in a year.
And they'll just chart everyone else out.
Which would over double all the songs they've ever made.
Yeah.
Because they've only made 14 tracks total, including solo, in 4 years. Now, you know what also?
Yeah.
If all the other girls, all the other 3 had also had solos in this time, it would have buffed out the time space.
Yeah,
it would have been like, okay, this is Jenny's solo, which you had, which was solo. There might be, Rosé's solo, which might be called Wine. There might be Lisa's solo, which might be called Thailand and I. There might be Jisoo's solo called Korea Boo. I don't know. But they could have done something where they could have let all of them had their individual solos and you wouldn't have felt as if you've missed out at all in terms of their time spent.
Yeah.
Because they're clearly very good at what they do.
Yeah, they are.
But you can't tell because there's nothing to tell by.
It's actually a bit mad when you think about the time they spend like in the YG basement training.
Is that where they still are?
They sort of are, honestly.
It's
kind of mad. They spent so much time training. They are good dancers, they're good singers, they are good at what they do, and everyone is rooting for them. People want content.
Yeah.
Not just Instagram content and V Live and like the reality show
highly
stuff.
produced content, MVs.
We want actual albums.
Yeah.
We want them on music shows and everything else, and
you don't see them.
You don't see them.
On mainstream shows, like, ever.
No.
Never.
It's just a bit sad.
But I think that shows the difference, though, between... It might just be the strategy YG's gone with. Maybe the stuff the company's gone through over the last year has altered things. But when you look at Red Velvet, Blackpink, ITZY, and Twice, Blackpink is the one that stands out because I think the general public just don't know as much about them. They don't see them as much. They're not on as many variety shows as the other girls.
Yeah.
They're not on all these other auxiliary products that we can see and get to know them by compared to all these other groups, male or female.
Yeah.
And I think long term that's not going to help them.
Yeah. I think in this day and age, the king of K-pop is relatability and fan interaction. And when they can interact with fans, like you see clips of them at concert, they are living it, and fans are living life. They seem like so much fun. But
you said when they're playing a concert which isn't to their fans specifically, it can feel a bit dead. Like if they're playing a concert that's like a
Blackpink concert,
then it's killer.
Yeah.
But if they're playing a song of theirs on a general concert for K-pop,
or like Mama's, their stages,
it's just a bit boring.
Even then, YG hasn't given them any interesting stages, dance breaks with Twice, BTS, any of the big bands, even smaller bands. They do new choreography, they do remixes, they do introductions and outros which really entice the fans. Blackpink do not get any of that from their company. They go on, they do the exact same choreography that they've been doing for 4 years. 4 years. They don't get any dance breaks. I remember there was this bit where they were on the Mamas maybe last year, and they had this 1 minute introduction. They just walked onto the stage with music, which was just, I was like, YG, this is like a waste. I know that it makes them look very chic because they were walking very beautifully and elegantly. It wasn't giving the fans anything. And then they just produced their regular tracks and dance with no extras. But at award shows in Korea, that is the time to pull out the stops
and do something different.
Make it spectacular because everyone's waiting on you. With a name like Blackpink, it holds so much weight.
You know what they have a risk of? They have a risk of becoming general celebrity.
In what way? What do you mean?
When you look at BTS and when you look at Twice and all these other big, medium, bands, they aren't celebrities. They're social media stars. Yeah. And they make good music. They're not your traditional music star.
Yeah, I guess.
They're not.
Yeah,
They're social media stars.
Yeah,
they really push social media and they've done the same thing. But when there's nothing to back that up, you're basically just becoming a traditional celebrity. And when you get that, you are not as relatable.
Yeah.
You don't have the same draw as you used to because people are in it for you, not just your music.
Yeah.
It's an odd one. It's an odd dynamic.
You're right, actually. With other of the big K-pop stars, they've got YouTube channels that things are always being uploaded onto. There's also V Lives and all these other things. And there's also the regular Instagram platform.
Twice have their own channel where they produce so much behind the scenes content and personal content, all these other things. BTS have the Bantam-bongs and vlogs, and they react to their own music videos.
But I think with Blackpink, because they're not putting out as much content, a lot of the stuff for Twice and BTS is behind the scenes of creating this, behind the scenes of creating that, dance practices of this and that.
Yeah.
They don't get anything to bolster the content because there's less of it being produced. And yes, their Instagram, each of their individual Instagrams and the Blackpink official Instagram, very popular, and they are influencers in a way. They really have done well on that platform. But if you're not doing lives often, and really it's only because YG is what YG lets them do, right? It's very difficult.
Yeah. So basically, it's been a year. Maybe produce some content.
Please, YG.
I made a video every day for almost 700 days. So it might not be the best quality, but it's consistently shit. If you can't make one in 365 days, I think there's some type of internal problem here. Yeah. Because that's really, really bad.
It's really bad.
I suppose as long as they make an MV in 2020, then I guess it's okay. Because
I really
that way
hope so, but
they won't not have a year without... Because if they don't produce one this year, they'll have a year without producing a song.
Yeah.
With the bloody pandemic going on right now.
Yeah.
They won't be able to produce anything until June or something like that at the earliest.
But then also at the end of this year, by the end of 2020, YG wants to debut 2 bands, a boy group and a girl group, Treasure and the girl group.
Oh well, I didn't know that.
It came from a show that they did.
Right. Okay.
And
that's nonsense.
So if
they haven't even made Blackpink be the biggest they can be yet.
Yeah.
Because they haven't made enough music.
Exactly.
Yet they're gonna debut some more rookie or monster rookie groups. I don't know. It's just gonna hurt Blackpink.
It's really, and it's kind of typical. In K-pop companies, sometimes you cut the limbs off groups that could be very big because you start debuting more to make quick money. But these guys are clearly money makers for YG. They do really well. They're very well thought of. They're very good at what they do.
Yeah.
Why aren't you endorsing them in what they came to your company for, which was to be a musical artist, right?
Yeah.
It's just such a shame because they're very talented and you can clearly see. I remember when Jenny was in a concert maybe 2 years ago. It was towards the end and they were talking and she was like, I'd do 10 more songs if I had any, and everyone was like,
oh, that was spicy.
Jenny.
That was spicy. To the point, which is Blackpink. You sort of need a comeback now. 365 days, not good. I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. 365 is just a bit too many. It's a bit ridiculous, honestly. I don't think I've ever heard of this in K-pop. I might be wrong, unless a band has taken a hiatus, then that's a different case. Or people gone to military service, that's a different case. But without any word of any of that and just being like, we're just not producing any music or we're not releasing any music, that's not on. YG, get it sorted. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then YG will come after you. What he'll do, he'll stick you in the basement. He seems to have done it to Blackpink for 4 years, and especially in this last one. And you don't want that. You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been great. I'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Not stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So subscribe. That would be great. That would be wonderful. See you tomorrow, because I'm always here, never not here, with some more quality shitty content. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Skadoosh.